Lorenzo Insigne's got himself a pretty good looking blue item, and in this video today we are of course going to try it out. If you want to improve your ultimate team and need some coins to do so, you should check out my sponsor IG Vault. There's a link to do so in the description, and if you use the code Kieran you'll get yourself a nice little discount off your order. It's also worth mentioning, I don't think this card cost that much either. I paid 370k for him and we are day 2 of the Serie team this season, so there's plenty of time for this guy's price to drop, especially with all the upgrades packs coming over the next few days, and also the guaranteed team of the season pack as well. And we might get 2 of them like we did with the Bundesliga one, so we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Anyway, this is his item, obviously very small at 5'4", but because of that should feel insane with possession. 4-star, very nice for a winger. Couple of notable traits as well, finesse and outside the foot shot. And in-game stats wise, he has some really elite attributes. 99 ratings for acceleration, long shots, agility, balance, ball control, and that's it. But that's a lot. That is a lot, and those are really good stats as well, especially in that dribbling department. So pace, excellent, no complaints there. Shooting looks very good for most part. Good shot power and long shots. Finishing isn't the best for this stage of the game, but obviously we are going to boost that with a chem style. Passing looks class, really good crossing of 94, nice shot passing of 93, and dribbling looks excellent. Like, the dribbling really can't get much better. It is a shame the reactions aren't a bit better, but other than them, his dribbling is just almost perfect. They really do look good. So on the ball, this guy in theory should be excellent. And then finally, physically, how we looking? Good stamina rating of 95, but the strength and aggression is pretty average, or at this stage of the game probably below average. But with him being so short, we didn't expect good physicals. But as you can see, with the chem style, we are going to try and boost that. So the chem style I'm using is already applied. We are going to go with marksman, but still I do want to look at some other options. With a basic, this guy's actually a 97 rated cam, which is pretty crazy. 96 rated on the wings. Finisher gets him 97 on the wings, and so does Deadeye. Like, the technical stats on this card are absolutely fantastic. Like I said though, we are going to go with marksman. I think that plus 10 in strength is going to be big. Also, the big plus 10 in finishing is going to be very useful too. This just seems a no-brainer chem style. I don't feel like any other suits him anywhere near as much. And if you would use something different on this guy, let me know what that would be in the comments. I think you're crazy, but yeah, let me know which and your reason if you wouldn't go with marksman. Next team we face looks like this. Good fullbacks for him as well, and it's pretty much a full team this season backline aside from that regular one. You've got the pace on him. Get inside. Ooh. Oh, I don't know how we've kept that in, but we've created a chance for Ronaldo, sadly not converted. Well, as you can see, it's been a really fun first 45 minutes. It's been a battle of the defences, so yeah, hopefully there'll be some change in at the second 45 as we switch to a more narrow 4-2-3-1 and bring on Bruno in the middle. Good run there from Insigne. Chance for him, goes for the early finesse, and it's a very well placed one as well. Keeper left stood still. When I saw the keeper still stood there, I thought, oh no, it's going wide. Instead, it's perfectly placed into the side of the net. Brilliant run as well, and a very tidy finish from the Italian. Bruno into the path of Insigne, who's just going to have to hit the ball into the box and hope. And once again, it's a decent delivery, there just wasn't players in the box. But eventually we score off it, so happy days. Here's a chance as Insigne does indeed get in behind. What are the options? We're going to put it across the box. Oh, Baku with a nice sliding challenge. What a ball from Bruno. Into Insigne in behind. Chance to whip it into the box. Oh, chance for Berardi at the back stick. Chance. Oh, eventually we score, but he's offside. Oh no. And there's full time. We get ourselves a pretty nice 2-1 victory in what was a very close affair. Nice little game from Insigne there, involved in a couple of goals, which is great to see. Rating isn't the best, but to be honest, I thought he did a good job in that game, especially considering we had very limited possession. In this outing then, we are up against a decent back line. He's got 2 team season centre-backs, and Tavernier and Kieran Tierney on either edge. Nice from Dolo. Links up with Insigne here. We've now got some space to work in. We want to be avoiding would-be defenders because of the strength. Gets the ball on the inside to Ronaldo, who sadly can't convert. Oh my god, so many players. So many players around us. We will find a bit of space. We will hit the finesse, but sadly it's comfortable save for Alisson. Into Insigne. Puts it in for Ronaldo, who just wouldn't seem to sprint there. Was holding sprint and just wouldn't run. Good bit of play here to get Insigne in behind. Tavernier in pursuit. And somehow we've come away with the ball there in the form of a throw. Well, at the break, it's 1-1. Did the typical Kieran thing of conceding right before half-time, which is very frustrating. We're going to switch to the more narrow 4-2-3-1 for the second 45. Interception there from Insigne. Going to link up here with Ronaldo. Oh, I just couldn't get the shot away in time. Nice. Oh, just held off there by Goldson. That's one of the issues with Insigne's card. We've just been so weak. It dominated so easily. And even if he does make a good run, can be very easily pushed off that line. It wasn't the best of games from Insigne in that one. We really did struggle to get him involved in the game. He's just very weak, and in future games we've just got to avoid would-be defenders as much as we possibly can. Okay, we're up against another pretty good side. He's got a couple of silvers which I can only assume are going to get subbed out. Nice early start. Insigne getting in behind. He's up against Navas in this game, which will be interesting because they're both pretty weak, both rapid, and they both just have no strength. Such an interesting duel between Insigne and Jesus Navas. Ball's whipped in. It's a right footer to the back stick, and once again, decent delivery. If we have Ronaldo at the back post, we score though. Oh, Insigne! I tapped shoot and he's absolutely blasted it into someone's face in the crowd. Well, at the break, it's a 3-2 scoreline, and it's been a pretty hectic game to be honest. But yeah, it's a tough one. Another tough game. Hopefully we can still come out on top, but I'm not confident in this match, to be honest. For the second 45, we're actually going to put Insigne into the cam position, which is a shame for Zielinski, who has been excellent in this match. Ball's delivered in by the Italians. Chris Smalling with the header, and just like that, we've got a bit of a lead in this game. What a horrible goal we've just scored off kickoff. What a horrible goal. Nice from Insigne. Linking up with Ronaldo here. Oh, I tried to cut back there, but he just wouldn't take control of the ball. Insigne in a bit of space, great acceleration there, and then once he was in front of goal, you just never doubted where the ball was going to end up. You know it was going to go in the back of the net. It was just a case of how. I was going to say what a tackle from Insigne, but then he just got absolutely wiped out by Jadon Sancho. Insigne does well under pressure to get that ball away, and it's a good pass as well to Berardi. Possible chance to break here as Insigne shows a really good burst of pace to get around Desai. Opportunity, what we're going to do, we're going to cut inside, hit the finesse. Good save from Neuer, to be fair. And there's full time in this one. After what was a super tight first half, we run away with it in the second half, scoring plenty of goals on the way. I did like Insigne in the central role just because we got him on the ball a lot more, but he really did struggle with having a lot of physical players around him. So yeah, he's definitely a player for those who are very good at dribbling, but if you're just good or if you're just average at dribbling, then you might struggle with this item. What are we saying about Mr. Insigne then? It's one of them cards. It's one where I know for a fact some people are going to say they absolutely adore this card and think he's brilliant. But on the flip side, there's also going to be people who are going to pick this card up, try him, and just sell him instantly because they're not going to enjoy him. He is literally the definition of a 50-50 item, and the reason is very simple. His dribbling is brilliant. So for those of you who are very good at dribbling, you'll get on with this card. However, if you are not, you will soon realise he is one of the most easy players to dispossess of the football in the game, and therefore just won't get on with him if you can't, fully control him. So something to consider straight away, but we'll discuss that a little bit more in the video. For now, let's begin with the positives of this card. The pace. He is rapid in game, and that just made him very easy to use. On the counter-attack can be absolutely lethal, and if he spots a space in that defensive line, he is very likely going to break through it. Off the mark, he feels so quick due to his very high acceleration. His shooting was good, but not great. I didn't think it was anything too crazy, especially for a team this season forward. Even with the chem style boost, I didn't think too much of his finishing. Not a terrible finisher by any means, but at this stage of the game, when we've got so many clinical finishers available in the game, I just don't feel like Insigne does compare to them in that department. He does have good shot power though, and from distance certainly can be a threat. I liked his passing a lot, to be honest. His short passing game was really good, and his crosses into the box were really accurate. So I'm very happy with his ability to deliver and create chances. what am I trying to say there? And that brings us on to the dribbling, which we come back to the fact that I think he's an insane dribbler. You won't find many better players on the ball in the game. He's agile, he feels fluid in possession, he's very easy to control, which is absolutely fantastic. So big thumbs up in the dribbling department. But then we come on to the physicals. He does not feel like he has 70 strength. He feels like he's got about 50 strength. Like we came up against that Jesus Navas, like he was only just edging him out, and that was only half the time. So yeah, in regards to strength, he is extremely weak, and since he doesn't have, you know, particularly good aggression either, he's just doesn't really have the fight for the ball that some other players have. So he's one of them players who is just so very easily dispossessed of the ball no matter who he is up against. So like I touched on at the start, you've got to use his brilliant dribbling ability to avoid would-be defenders, otherwise you're going to be in trouble with this item. Like from an output point of view, he is very effective, and if you get him on the ball, he's going to cause trouble, and if you're good at dribbling, you're going to like this card. But like I touched on at the start, if you're not good at dribbling, this is a card to avoid, because you just won't get on with it, and the card will frustrate you quite a bit. Ultimately, there is a reason that he's the price he is. He's got some insane stats, but he's still very cheap for a 94 overall team this season. That's very easy to get into sides. So yeah, overall, I think the card is decent. It's certainly usable, but I don't think it's a top tier card, and I don't think it's a card that you need to like force into your teams. For instance, I don't feel like this card is, you know, miles better than someone like a flashback Elsha who has been out for a while. So yeah, and if I had the choice between this Insigne and Elsha, both the same price, I'm probably going with El Shaarawy, to be honest, because that card is still pretty damn effective at this stage of the game. So yeah guys, those are my thoughts on Team of the Season 94 rated Insigne. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, drop a like rating on it in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on the card. Subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you in the next one.